अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। हे कृष्ण कृष्ण भगवन् मम चित्तभृङ्गो यायात् कदापि भवतश्चरणार विन्दे देहादिपुष्पविरतः कृपया तदानीं वीक्षस्व वामनयने न निजं पदाब्जम्। यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्वंह देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। Now we'll do chanting for 2 minutes. Then the subject of today will be started. Bhajo giridhar Govind Gopala, 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 Bhajo giridhar
Gopala.
Bhajo Giridhar Govind 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 Gopala.
बोले श्रीमद सतगुरु सरकार की जय, श्रीमद युगल सरकार की जय। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे। So far I explained sadhana bhakti and bhav bhakti, which we have to perform before attainment of bhakti. The sadhak, when somebody decided to tread on the path of bhakti, then according to the instructions and orders of his guru, he practices devotion, and then he reaches the stage of bhav bhakti. And I explained that what happens when somebody attains bhav bhakti. And after they reach at the apex of bhav bhakti, then the mind becomes pure. In fact, when they start bhav bhakti, the mind starts being pure, and when they reach up to the highest level of bhav bhakti, their mind is almost pure. When this mind is almost pure, that time Sarup Shakti of God enters the heart of the devotee. And what does it do? It transforms the material mind into divine. It is done secretly. The Yogmaya power enters secretly, and gradually it turns the material mind into divine mind. And after complete purification, which is called Atyantik Anartha Nivritti, after this complete purification of mind, Guru comes and he bestows the divine bliss of bhakti. Imi man shuddha hoto Govinda Radhe, मन को स्वरूप शक्ति दिव्य बना दे, तब दिव्य मान में दे गोविंद राधे, गुरुह्लादनी सार प्रेम बता दे. After purification of mind and after the mind becomes divine, now it is ready to attain divine love. So the Guru gives the divine love. He bestows the divine love into the same heart. And when the Sarup Shakti converts our material mind into divine, at the same time, simultaneously, Guru gives the prem, the divine love. And at the same time, Lord Krishna also gives his darshan. And at the same time, the Maya terminates forever. And at the same time, he attains divine knowledge and divine abode, etc. All these things happen at the same moment, without any difference of a fraction of a second. So thus he attains prem, divya prem. So when this divine power is given and Guru gives this prem, from here the level of divine love starts. So the first level of divine love is named as prem, or it is also called prema bhakti. This is prem. So what happens? What is the definition of prem? Sarvatha dhvansa rahitam satyapi dhvansa karane yad bhava bandhanam yunoh tat prema parikirtitah. Sarvatha dhvansa rahitah. This prem, when the devotee attains prem, divine love, that divine love is sarvatha dhvansa rahita. Means it never breaks, it never quells or changes, rather it is ever increasing. Sarvatha dhvansa rahita. There is no love in the material world which always constantly remain as it is. In all kind of relations in this world, the up and down, the disputes, the quarrels, these things are seen, and it is very hard to maintain that relationship with peaceful way, because our prem, the love of this material world, is based on some reason. Without reason, nobody loves anybody. We have some reason. Somebody loves because he hopes something to attain for his survival, or he is expecting some money, or he is very much attracted on his beauty, or he is hoping to get a big job, he has a very big job. There is some reason of attachment in this world. The attachment of the world is called prem here, although the attachment of the world which is based on some selfish motive is not prem, because prem, the love, is a divine entity. It can stay only in the divine heart. That's why the devotee reaches in such a high stage in bhav bhakti, even then he is not bestowed divine love. When his mind is completely pure, there is no attachment anywhere, no desire of this material world at all. Only then Guru bestows the divine love to someone. So this prem, the divine love, is dhvansa rahitam. And there is a reason, like in this world, whenever the love is broken, any relation is broken, there is some reason. And you may say that was a genuine reason. Suppose the husband and wife, they love each other, but the wife loves some other person, or the husband loves some other woman, they say that this was the reason. There could be many, many reasons in this world. If anything goes against our desire, against our benefit, then that relationship breaks. But in divine love, there is no reason. When there is no reason, then it's wrong to say that because of some reason it breaks or not, because there is no reason. All the devotees love Sri Krishna only for his pleasure. They want to attain bhakti, they want to attain love. Why? To serve him. Why? To please him, to give him pleasure. This is the only aim of the devotees. So the love is sarvatha dhvansa rahitam and satyapi dhvansa karane. There is reason even then. Like once Shri Radharani was annoyed, Man Leela. It is called Man Leela. And it is also called Pranay Kop, because this annoyance is not real annoyance. It is very sweet pastime of love. It increases love of each other. And Shri Radharani is very expert in doing man. She becomes annoyed. Once Shri Radharani was annoyed, then Sri Krishna came in the form of a gopi. And he said to Shri Radharani, I am also a gopi of Braj, but I am very, very miserable person. I am very miserable. Why? Because there is a boy here. I loved him. And he gave me so much love. And after that, I don't know where has he gone. Now he does not meet me. And I heard his character is very bad. Shri Radharani said, who are you talking about? What is his name? I heard that his name is Nandanandan. Then Radhaji was annoyed. Why are you talking like this about him? Then he started saying all the bad qualities of Sri Krishna himself. And he asked that, do you also love the same boy? Shri Radharani said, yes, he is my beloved. So I am telling you, I am giving you good suggestion that leave him. He is not a good person. You will be deceived one day. He will come and tell you that I love you the most, and after that he will disappear. He will love all other gopis of the Braj. He will not take care of yourself. Radharani was very much annoyed. Don't say even one word against him anymore. Sri Krishna was just taking a test of love, Sri Radharani. So the love is like that. But in the world, if somebody knows, just hear or guesses, there is a guess that my wife loves someone else or my husband loves someone else, immediately the relation will be broken. The newly married men and women, they generally talk like this, that, oh, we love each other, I am so lucky that I have got you as a husband, I have got you as a wife, we will always live together, we will die together, and I want in every birth we will be husband and wife, will come in this world as husband and wife. They start saying like that. Once, the lady thought, he always says, I love you so much, I love you so much, I should take a test. So she deliberately wrote a letter, a fake letter, oh my dear Ram, I love you the most. I am thinking for a long time, how can I come to you forever? I want to be yours forever. She wrote a letter like that, and in the morning, when they got up, they were talking to each other very lovingly, and then that lady said that I think I should bring a cup of coffee. We'll drink coffee on the bed today. He said, okay. And she put the letter deliberately under the pillow in a way so that he can see it. He saw the letter. He said, what is this? Oh, it seems a letter. Oh, it's the writing of my wife. My dear Ram, I love you alone. He wrote, he read the whole letter. And after that, look at the face, where the eyebrows are going, where the nose is going, where the eyes are going. Everything was different now. And he was so mad. She knew that it is going to be happen. And when she brought the coffee, have coffee. I don't want coffee. What happened? 2 minutes ago, you were talking to me so lovingly, and now you are so angry. What happened in between? There was no one else. She said, I know. I already knew it very well. What did you know? Yet you are a corrupted lady. You love someone else. I knew already I wanted to catch you red-handed, and I caught it today. When, after listening to this noise, his sister came there. What happened, Bhaiya? Look at the character of your bhav, you see, this letter. And she is laughing. The man asked, why are you laughing? And because this letter was prepared by me and Bhavi. Today is 1st April Fool. We wrote it to befool you, and you have become fool because you could not understand. When he thought that this lady is not for me, I cannot have any benefit from her because she loves someone else. She can leave me any time. Then all his love, which was 2 minutes before, so much that I want to live together, we want to die together, I want to be husband and wife in all the 7 future lives. He was saying like that just 2 minutes ago. And now he knows that my selfish motive will not be solved with this lady. So the love came on 0 degree, because not only the love was finished, rather dvesh. The enmity started with her. And when again he came to know, oh, it was just a joke, then he said, oh, that's why I was thinking, my wife, how can she be like that? Impossible. I was thinking like that. He changed again. So this is the material world. And the love of this material world, which is not actually love, it should not be named as love. It is just an attachment based on some selfish motive. But divine love is not like that, because there is no karan, there is no reason. The devotee loves God only to attain his seva for his pleasure. So this is the main definition of love, prem. This is the first and lowest level of love. From this point on, the love, divine love starts. And after that, sneh, man, pranay, rag, anurag, bhav, vish, mahabhav. There are 8 more classes. So the first level, prem, is of 3 kinds. Praudha prem, madhya prem, manda prem. Praudha prem is the highest level of love. And in this level, Priya, Priyatam, the lover or the beloved, they always take care of each other. And if sometimes the beloved cannot reach, the lover cannot reach the beloved, then he thinks, he is worried about her soreness, and he thinks, what should I do? For example, once Lord Krishna gave a time to Shri Radharani that I will reach at this time in Naval Kunj, so you be there. But when the time of going to Shri Radharani came up, the same time he was given an information that a demon has entered the Braj, the tyrant demon, and he is bothering the inhabitants of Braj. So you have to take care immediately. So he had to go to Vrindavan to chase away that demon. That's why it was impossible for him to reach to Radha on right time. But he was very much worried, although there was such a big calamity and he had to immediately go to kill the demon. But still he was thinking about Shri Radharani, and then he sent Sri Dama with the message that some emergency has come up, that's why I cannot reach on time. Don't mistrust me. There was a demon who was bothering all the inhabitants of Braj. That's why I have to go. After chasing him away from Braj, I will immediately come over there. He sent this message to Shri Radharani. It shows his care. In the same way, all the devotees do. They care in all, no matter how busy they are. That is called Praud Prem. And there are three kinds of Praud Prem as well. Number one, in this Praud Prem, when the devotee, when the lover cannot tolerate the pangs of separation, when it is impossible to tolerate the pangs of separation, the lover thinks that maybe I will die today if I won't see Sri Krishna right now. They feel like I will die right away. It becomes so intolerable. Then it is the highest kind of love. And when they cannot tolerate the separation and they feel like I will die, there are many Maharaj's pads also which show this kind of sentiments. Like a Gopi is saying, Ari mein mari hari binuhaya virah na det rahan pranan mam धाय को बचाय हरि में मरी हरि बिनुहाय बिनु ही अनल हो जरी जात हो बिनु ही अनल हो जरी जात हूँ रहे नैन झरिलाय हरि में मरी हरि बिनुआय. The Gopi is saying that there is no fire, but I feel like I will burn only in the fire of this separation. That's why she is requesting Shyam Sundar that you have to come immediately to give your darshan. Otherwise, how he I mili how I. Otherwise, I have to come myself to meet you after leaving this body. So this is an example that when the separation becomes intolerable. Like Shri Radharani says that aurvastomat katurapi katham durbale norasa me tapa praudo harivirahajah sahyate tannajane. Shri Radharani is saying that this time I am undergoing the pangs of separation, the heat of the separation of Shyam Sundar is much more, millions of times horrible than the fire of the jungle. That fire is not that hot, the heat of that fire is not that much as the heat of Tapa Prahro Hari Virahaja. Hari Virahaja heat. The heat created by the separation of Shyam Sundar is completely intolerable. I don't know. Katham sahyate. My heart is so soft. Everybody knows that my heart is softer than the softness. I cannot tolerate even small kind of miseries, but I don't understand that how I am tolerating this heat of his separation. And you know, Sakhi, Nishkranta ched bhavad hridayadasya dhumak chatapi brahmandanam sakhi kulamapi jwalaya jajwaliti. I am controlling it and I'm keeping it at my heart. Why? Because I know if I take it out, even the little bit of fume of this fire comes out from my antahkarana, from my heart, then Brahmanda Nam Shikulam Jwalaya Jajwalit. All the universes, innumerable universes, will burn out. That's why somehow I am controlling it. This is the kind of intolerable Shri Radharani. When Shri Shyam Sundar went from Vrindavan, and when she felt that now I cannot survive without Shyam Sundar. But still, as it is said, that prem, the love, is never broken. It is eternal. It is forever. It increases incessantly. So Shri Radharani knows that now I cannot survive without Shyam Sundar. That's why she is telling to her, Bhasaye jole, marile tulaye rekho, tamale dale. Oh my friends, after some times I will die. So after my death, na paudeye radhang bhasaye jole. I don't want you to throw it in the water or cremate it. Then what should we do? She says, you tie my body with the tree of Tamal, where Lord Krishna used to play his flute every day. With the same tree, you tie my body, my dead body. The gopis are asking Shri Radha, when the body is dead, then what's the point of tying it with the tamal tree? She says, yes, there is a point. What point is there? Kabahu sopiyayadi ase brindavane. He may come after 500 years, 1,000 years, 10,000 years. He will come back to Vrindavan again. So what will happen? Kabahu sopiyayadi ase brindavane parana pae hom piya darshane. Whenever he will come back, this dead body will also have the life, seeing, having darshan of Sri Krishna. Their love is so strong, it does not give death, it gives life. So as soon as my body will meet Shyam Sundar again, then it will get life again. That's why tight over there. So this is the example of that proud prem in which pangs of separation are intolerable. And the second one is that when, although the pangs of separation are very painful, almost intolerable, but still the devotee can tolerate it. She tolerates somehow. Like in Vrindavan, when Lord Krishna left Vrindavan, then somebody came from there, from Sri Krishna, and he saw the situation of Vrindavan. What was the situation there? Shina Gokul Mandali Pashukulum Shashpayana Spandhyate Muka Kokil Sanghate Shikikulam Nabhyakulam Nityate. He described the condition of Braj, Shirna Gokula Mandali. All the group of Gwal Bal, they have become very weak because they do not eat anything because of your separation. They are suffering in your separation. And Shashpaya naspandate. The cows, etc., they are not having their food as well. Muka kokil sanghati. The cuckoo bird is also not singing its song. It has become quiet. Shikhikulam nabhyakulam nrityan. And the peacocks stop dancing because they are also so sad in your separation. Sarve tadvirhena hanta govind. Sarve tadvirhena. The entire Braj. Tadvirhena govinda dainyam gata. The condition of the entire Braj is like this, is pitiable condition. Wherever you go, you see there is no life. Everyone is so sad, so disappointed. They don't want to eat. They don't want to have any kind of function. No life is there. But Quinteka Yamuna Kuranganayana Netram Bubhir Vardhate. Only I saw that the water of Yamuna ji was increasing day by day. Why? Yamuna Kuranganayana Netram Bubhir Vardhate. Because of the tears of the gopis. The Yamuna ji was flooding because the tears of the gopis. So here it shows that although this separation is also intolerable, but they still, somehow, they are tolerating it. When Shyamsundar used to go to graze the cows, that time the gopis were standing here and there to have the darshan, because now he's going for the whole day. He will come back in the evening. So they would stand somewhere to have a glimpse of Shyamsundar. Whatever darshan they were having at that time, with the support of that darshan, thinking about the same jhanki of Shyamsundar, whole day they were spending somehow. Each minute was spent by them in the daytime like an era. All the time they were waiting when it will be evening time, when Shyamsundar will come back, when we will have his darshan again. So they were thinking whole day about Shyamsundar's darshan. And that's why when Shyamsundar comes back from the forest, then he comes with his flute. He plays his flute. Why? Because it is a signal for the gopis that now I am coming. So if you want to have my darshan, be ready. So all the gopis were making some excuse to their mother-in-law or other people in the family. Oh, I have to go to bring water. I have to go to Jamuna ji. I have to go to the well to do that. I have to sell the yogurt over there. I have to go there. They were making some excuse to go out to see Shyamsundar. And they knew that from this path he will come back. So the gopis were standing here and there. When he was coming in the evening, then gopis were eagerly standing to have darshan Lord Krishna. The gopis say to Sri Krishna that when you come, we wait for you eagerly, we want to have your darshan, but that time we are very angry, we become angry. We cannot fully enjoy your darshan because anger comes in our mind. Why the anger comes? Because when you come back, that time we want to see you fully, but we are angry on Brahma. Brahma is so foolish. He does not know anything. Brahma is foolish. Why? Because if he was a wise man, then he could make the eyes in each and every pore of the body so that we could see you fully. But he made only 2 eyes in this whole body. He made only 2 eyes, plus he made the eyelid which always blink. So he cannot imagine that the duration of blinking, one blinking, how intolerable for us. It becomes intolerable, the delay. When the eye blink, that time we are devoid of your darshan. So that duration is intolerable for us because we are devoid of your darshan. This is the love of the gopis. Their love is in the separation from Shyam Sundar is inseparable, is intolerable, but still somehow they tolerate it. And the 3rd degree of Braj Prem is when they can tolerate. They can tolerate the pangs of separation. Like Shri Maharaj Ji has written one pad in his Prem Ras Madhira. Aho Hari Kablo Rahi Ho Duri Kabe Nirakhi Ho Nav Jaladhar Tanu Inanana Bharapuri Aho Hari Kablo Rahi Ho Duri. O Shyam Sundar, how long you be away from us? When that moment would come in my life, when I will see your blue complexion body, which is similar to the clouds. Kabe nirakhyun nava jaladharatana ina nayanan bharipur. We are desperate to see you. I want to have your darshan to our contact. When would it happen? This is also viraya, but a devotee can tolerate it. That's why it is the 3rd degree of viraya. A gopi says in separation, Kaun Hari Hamaro Tumharo Naat Tum Sovat Nij Lok Chain Se Hamaro Vat Din Raat. O Shyam Sundar, it seems like we have no relationship. Because if you have an idea that I am also yours, I am your relative, I am your Jan, then you were bound to take care of myself. But I am crying and crying all the time in separation of yourself. And you never asked me. You never even asked me that what happened to you, why are you crying, nothing like that. And I try to stop my eyes to shed tears. But Nain nigore barjat more aur akulat. When I try to stop my eyes, then they become more desperate. Rom rom nit yachat mote. Rom rom nit yachat mote. Sundar श्यामल गात कौन हरि हमरो हमरो तुम्हारो each and every particle of my being is asking me that I want to see Shyam Sundar. I want to see Shyam Sundar. They are bothering me all the time. But you never take care of that. Jani Kripalu, Kripalu to hi ho, priti kari pachitat, kaun hari hamaro tumharu na. So this is the pure prem of third degree. So now the question arises that this is the prem. We were talking about bhav bhakti. That was also so amazing. The stage of the devotee goes so high, and higher than that is the stage of prem. And Naradji, who wrote Prem Darshan, Narad Pancharat, etc. In Prem Darshan, he depicted only the philosophy of Prem. But he says, Anirvachaniyam Premas Sarupam. In the beginning, he is saying, Anirvachaniyam Premas Sarupam. Prem cannot be described. It is completely ineffable. Then how come you wrote the entire book, Prem Darshan, Narad Bhakti Sutra? He says, yes, I wrote, and many other Rasik saints also write about the Prem, but it's not complete. So why do you say that Prem is anirvachaniya? It cannot be described. Now he says that there are some reasons why the Prem cannot be described. Number one reason is very common. What is that? Prem is divine. And if somebody will describe it, he has to use the material words. Without using the material words, how can we describe it? The words are material, and love is divine. That's why the material word cannot describe the divine entity. The love, prem, is beyond the capacity of the material words. There is no word at all which can describe prem. That's why I said it is anirvachaniyam. And secondly, this prem is ever increasing. Our scriptures say, pratikshana vardhamanam navaya manam cha. This is the main quality of love. It's ever increasing and ever new. How would you describe? Because if you are going to describe now prem of a gopi or any devotee this time, so when you started writing, then his prem was different. But when you try to write again the second line, by that time the prem has been increased. How would you write the right thing about the devotee? Nobody can write, because he is ever increasing. It never happens in this world. Prem reduces in the world, or ceases, shatters, but it never increases, it's not ever increasing. But divine love is ever increasing and ever new. That's why also nobody can describe. And a very special thing in divine love is that the devotee of love, divine love, does not desire anything. As Naradji says, na kinchit vanchati, na dveshti, na ramate, notsahi bhavati. a devotee, na kinchit vanchati. He does not want anything. There is no desire in his mind at all. What does he not want? Anything. Because we have altogether 4 desires. Whatever we desire, we can divide all the desires in 4. Dharma, artha, kam and moksha. Dharma means varnashram dharma, for the attainment of heaven. Artha means wealth, for our comfort. Kam means fulfillment of all our desire. And then 4th one is moksha, liberation. So these 3 desires, dharma, artha and kam, they are material desire. A devotee does not desire any material, for any material thing, neither dharma or artha or kam, nothing at all. He does not desire for these things. Because he knows that if I follow dharma, I will go to heaven, and there is no happiness. And again we have to come back, again and again we have to do the same things. So it is foolishness to desire for dharma. And if it is foolishness to desire for dharma, then what's the point of attaining artha? The sadhana, the means of physical comfort, because this body is also temporary. Any time we may have to leave this body, then what's the point of accumulating the things for the comfort of the body? And calm, we have unlimited desire. You fulfill one desire, immediately the other desire will take place. And in calm there is one more flaw, that as soon as you desire, you make a desire, then what will happen? Either your desire will be fulfilled or your desire will not be fulfilled. If your desire is fulfilled, then your greed will increase. Then you will desire for more things. And if it is not fulfilled, then anger will take place. And when anger or avarice come, then there are many things, many other vices of Maya will capture our mind. That's why a wise man does not desire for dharma, artha and kam, because they are material desire. What about liberation? Liberation is not a material desire. But a devotee does not desire liberation as well. Why? Because if he will desire for liberation, then he will lose the anand, the bliss of remembering God, remembering the pastimes of God, attributes, etc. That's why when Ramchandji said to Hanumanji, Hanuman, I am very happy on you. You can ask for anything. If you want moksha, I can immediately give you moksha. He said, no. Bhavabandachide tasmai ispriyamina muktaye bhavan prabhuraham das iti yatra vilupyate. No, I don't want liberation. Why? Because so far, whenever I think, just think that Shri Ram is my master, Shri Ram is my Swami. I am the Das, I am the servant of Shri Ram. Only this thought gives me so much bliss. I cannot describe that. There is so much bliss in thinking only that I am the Das of Shri Ram. But if I will be liberated, then Bhavan Prabhu Raham Das iti yatra vilupyate. Then this, I will lose this pleasure as well. That's why I want to have the pleasure of your seva only. Because there is so much bliss in your seva. What would I do with the liberation? Then I will lose myself. I will merge in Supreme God and I would not have miseries, but I will not have any kind of bliss as well. So I don't want it. So na kinchit vanchayati. Any devotee does not want even the liberation. There was a devotee, his name was Bilva Mangal. He was Sri Krishna Bhakt. When he was doing his bhakti, then the 4 liberations, I think you know that there are 5 kinds of liberation. Sashti, Sarupya, Samipya and Salokya. These 4 muktis are meant for the devotees of Saguna Sakar Bhakta. Mainly, these 4 muktis are desired by the devotees of Mahavishnu. Sashti means I want to get the Aishwarya, the majesty like Mahavishnu. Salokya, I want to attain the abode, Vaikuntha of Mahavishnu. Samipya, I want to be always near him. Sashti, Salokya, Samipya and Sarupya. I want the beauty like Mahavishnu. If you desire for these muktis, these 4 muktis, then you will get your desired thing over there in Vaikuntha. And 5th one is Sayujya Mukti, which is the mukti of Jnanis, in which they lose their personality, the pure Jivatma merges into Paramatma, and they always remain in the ocean of bliss. But because they have no mind, no entity to feel that bliss, that's why there is no use of that happiness as well. That's why the wise person do not decide to attain liberation. So when Bilva Mangal was doing his sadhana, then all the 4 muktis came over there. 5th one, liberation, moksha, mukti, it could not come. It had no courage to come in front of Bilva Mangal. But rest of the 4 muktis came over there. Then Bilva Mangal asked him, the muktis, Katvam, who are you? They said, Mukti. Katvam mukti rupagata sikimayam dasyaya lolayate. He asked, who are you? He said, we are the muktis. Mukti? Why did you come here? Don't you know I am doing Kirtan? No. We are the muktis of Saguna Sakar Brahman. That's why, no. I didn't call you. Why did you come? Dasyaya lo layate. We came here to do your seva. Accept us. We will do nothing else except your seva. So as your dasi, as your sevika, please accept it. He said, no. Why did you come? He said, no. Because you are the devotee of Sri Krishna. That's why he sent us for your seva to you. Then go to him. Do his seva. I don't need you. Get out from here. Dure tishtmanaganagasya katham kuryadanaryamai tvad gandhanvam navachin tarasam. Dure tishtha. Be away from me. Don't even come near to me. Why are you doing this anartha? This bad thing towards me, don't bother me at all. Dure tisht, be away. Tad gandhan nijanama chandana rasa lepasya lopo bhavai. If you will stay here, then your air, your atmosphere which you will create over here is so bad, so dangerous, that I will lose the ras of my kirtan. I enjoy the names of God. I enjoy the pastimes of God. I enjoy the attributes of Sri Krishna. I will lose everything. That's why don't come even near to me. He scolded the muktis like this and they went back. You know about Kagbhushanji as well. Sri Ramchandji was trying his best to befool him. When he appeared in front of Kagbhushundi ji, then Bhagavan says, Kagbhushundi manguvar ati prasanna mohijan animadik siddhi aparnidhi moksha sakal sukha khan. See, he is saying moksha sakal sukha khan. I can give you moksha, which is the abode of all kind of happiness. Kagbhushundi said, Prabhu, you didn't get anyone else to be fool? I am the first one. Where there is no happiness at all, neither there is material happiness, neither spiritual happiness in liberation, and you are telling me Sakal Sukha Khan, Moksha Sakal Sukha Khan. You are trying to befool me saying that moksha is the treasure of all kind of happiness. And if you think that it is true, then you keep it for yourself. I don't want it. He said, I am very happy on you. That's why whatever you want, I can give you. Before he asked for anything, he counted the name of so many things. Arima, Adikasika, Aparinidhi, Moksha, Sakal, Sukha, Arma, Garima, Lagma, Prapt, Indriya. You can ask any kind of siddhi, I can give you siddhi, I can give you moksha. Why didn't you take the name of bhakti? He's so clever. He didn't take the name of bhakti. Why? Why was he hiding the bhakti? Because if he gives bhakti to any devotee, then he has to become the slave of the devotee. God becomes the slave of the devotees. Aham bhakta paradhino yas swatantra vadvija. Bhakta paradhino. I am paradhin. I am under the control of my devotees. That's why he gives anything very easily. But he doesn't want to give bhakti so easily. He take all kind of tests. When he sees that the devotee does not want anything at all except prem, except bhakti, only then he gives jahi na chahiye kabahu kachu tum san sahaj sane. Tum san sahaj sane. The natural love for you. This is the only demand of the devotee. When he tests this thing, only then he gives bhakti to any devotee. So the devotees do not want anything. This is the very special thing in bhakti. Otherwise, all the devotees, they have kamana first. They do any tap or jap or tirth, many kind of rituals, anushthan, with some kamna. But the devotee of Sri Krishna, they don't want anything except love. Except love. Love for what? For seva. Seva for what? To pleasure you. To please you. For your pleasure. They have only one desire. So, this is also that's why the bhakti is anirvachani, because they have no demand, no desire of anything. So, this is also the speciality. And why it is called anirvachani, there is one more reason. That there are so many colorful waves of bhakti, of love, which always spring in different ways. All the time the waves of colorful sentiments of bhakti are springing. So anybody cannot describe them, because frequently, every time new stream, every time new wave of the sentiments of bhakti is creating in the hearts of the devotees. The sentiments which spring as the wave of the sentiments of devotion, they are also of two kinds. We can divide all of them in two parts. Dakshin bhav lahar and Vama bhav lahar. Dakshin bhav lahar means when Priya Priyatam, lover and the devotee, the beloved. They always try to please each other. They do everything. Sometimes they dance, they sing, they show their different kind of amorous gestures. Sometimes they talk about something sweetly. Sometimes they joke with each other. In that way, they try to please each other all the time, and they remain drowned in the love of each other. That is called Lakshana Bhav. There are many pads of Sri Maharaj Ji in Prem Ras Madhura, but there is one pad of the same bhav which was the most favorite pad of Sri Maharaj Ji was as well. What was that? Vrindavan barse yugal ras, Vrindavan barse yugal ras, Rasik shiromani Indra Nilamani, Kaustubhamani Sarase Yugalvar, Mani Ramani Radha Gajgamani, Mani Ramani Radha Gajgamani, Kamani Man Harase Indras. The meaning in Vrindavan, the nectar of love is torrentially raining because Shri Radha and Krishna, they are there. Who is Shri Krishna? Rasik Shiromani Indra Nilamani. He is the crest jewel of all the Rasiks. And Indra Nilamani, his complexion is blue like the sapphire. And Kaustubha Mani Sarase, he always wears on the chest a Kaustubha Mani is beautifying his chest. So with his complexion is blue, and Rasik Shiromani and Kaustubha Mani is also shining here in this beautiful way. Shyam Sundar is there, and Shri Radharani, who is Shri Radharani? Mani Ramani Radha Gajgamani, Mani Ramani. Amongst all the women, the sovereign women like Uma, Rama, Brahmani, etc. as well. Amongst all the women, she is like a jewel. Mani Ramani. Ramani means ladies, women. And Mani, jewel. She is the jewel, crest jewel of amongst all the ladies. Mani Ramani. Radha Gajagamani. His gait is like the intoxicated elephant. And Kamani Manaharase. Maharaj is saying, I cannot say much about his beauty, but I will say she is more beautiful than Manahar Shyam Sundar. Kamani Manaharase. Manahar Shyam Sundar. She is more beautiful than Shyam Sundar. And then what are they doing? They talk. Ratiras Batan Parihasan Yut Rasan Man Karshe Yugalavar. Sometimes they Havan Gavan Nritya Lubhavan. Sometimes they sing together. Sometimes they dance together. Their gesture, all their actions of dance is according to the taste of each other. Shri Radha's all actions are according to the taste of Sri Krishna. And Sri Krishna's all the actions are performed according to the ruchi, according to the taste of Shri Radharani. And they are singing. In the night time when they do ras, both of them sing, and their singing is sweeter than the sweetest. And sometimes they have some jokes, and those jokes are also amorous. Their talks are amorous, and all the time they are trying to please each other, and they are very happy. They are doing ras. That time everybody is attaining the bliss, the maximum bliss. So in that way, both of them, they are enjoying, they are trying to please each other. Both of them are in a very good mood all the time, in an amorous mood. They are seen always in an amorous mood. Shri Maharaj Ji says, in the last line, I like only one glimpse of Shri Radha Krishna the most. Well, what is that glimpse which Maharaj Ji likes the most? He says, Ladali Lal Kripalu duhuna duhu Baha dari baha gar se Yugal ras. When they sit putting their hand around each other, that glimpse is the best for me. Why? Because at that time they are touching each other, they are embracing each other, and they are full of love. That time the ocean of love is spraying in their heart. That's why the facial expressions are changed. You can see the expression of love fully on the face of Priya Pritam at that time. That's why I like that jhanki of Shyam Sundar. So this is Dakshina Bhav. They have some jokes. Sometimes Shri Radharani teases Shri Krishna. Sometimes Shri Krishna teases Shri Radharani. Once, Shyam Sundar said to Shri Radha that you always say to do my shringar. I will do your shringar today. Shri Radharani said, you will do. Do you know how to do shringar? He said, why not? I am Rasik Shiromani. I can do your shringar. When he started doing shringar, he was combing his hair to make the braid. Then Shri Radharani says, how come the saints say you Rasik Shiromani? You have always been with the uneducated, uncivilized, cowherd boys. Your knowledge is confined to their knowledge only. That's why you don't know what the Rasik people do, because you are trying to comb my hair. But instead of you are tangling them more, instead of untangling them, you are tangling them more. What are you doing here? No, I will do it nicely now. Then he made the braid of Shri Radharani. Radharani was smiling. And after that he started decorating his hair and the braid. Then Shri Radharani was laughing. Shyam Sundar, better you stop it. Because you don't know how to do the shringar, and you are doing, if any Sakhi will come, Lalita, Vishakha, etc. will come, then they will laugh at you. He said, no, I will do it, do finely. Then she says, you don't even know that how should someone decorate the hair and the braid. You are putting the bunches of flower on my head, the bunches of flower, as if a devotee of Shankarji is putting the flower on a statue. It looks like that. And then after that he started fanning. Shyam Sundar was fanning lovingly. Radharani was sitting. Then Radharani again laughs and said, Shyam Sundar, you don't even know how to fan. Why? You are fanning so fast and so strongly that all the flowers, the bunches of flowers, they are falling off. And it seems like a storm has come over here because you are doing so fast and so strongly. It looks like the storm has come. In this way, Shri Radharani is teaching Sri Krishna. It happens in Dakshin Bhav. Sometimes Shri Radha says, Aaj nikunj manju bichu piya ko pyari nij kar karat shringar. Shri Radharani is doing shringar of Sri Krishna. And she asks Sri Krishna, Rakhe husham sada ruchi mori, aaju chah upji ur thori, tumahi banaun naval kishori. You have aaj chah upji ur thori. I have a little desire in my mind about you. Tumahi banaun naval kishori. You have always fulfilling all my desire. So I request you today as well to fulfill one desire of myself. What? Tumahi banaun naval kishori. Today I want to do your shringar as a naval kishori, as a young girl. I will decorate you like a young girl. Shyam Sundar says, Jas ruchi tav tas kari kishori, ha ruchi das tihar. Radhe Radhe, Jas ruchi tav tas kari kishori, ha ruchi das tihar. Aaj nikunj manju bichu piya ko pyari nij kar karati shringar. So they try to please each other in this way, and this kind of bhav is called Dakshin Bhav. And there is one more bhav which is called Vam Bhav. But I will discuss this Vam Bhav tomorrow because the time is over. Boliye Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki jai, Ladli Lal ki jai, Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.